Hello students, friends, teachers, parents, you all are welcome to the analysis of mathematics syllabus 2020-21 for the class 11 CBSE board. The authority is NCERT and this syllabus is for the class 11 students of KVS, NVS, DAB, OAVS and other CBSE schools. This year, the syllabus is reduced to nearly 30% due to disease COVID-19, whose full form is Corona Virus Disease 2019. So, CO stands for Corona, VI stands for Virus, D stands for disease, and it started in the year 2019. The name of the virus is SARS-CoV-2. S stands for the severe, S stands for the acute, R stands for respiratory, S stands for the syndrome, CO stands for the corona, V stands for the virus 2. So SARS-CoV, severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. This affect whole the systems of the world. So in this respect, the CBSE also reduce nearly 30% of the syllabus. Now I am analyze the syllabus, how much reduce chapter wise and how many period reduce in this year, the 2020-21 for the class 11. Now I discuss detail about the syllabus as follow. Analysis of mathematics syllabus 2021 with reference to last year or previous year, the 2019-20, the class 11. So the first unit is set and function. In this year 43 periods in comparison to last year 60. So 17 period is reduced and 23 marks. The marks is same as previous year. Similarly for algebra, 41 period for this year. Last year in comparison to 70. So 29 is reduced and mark is 30. Now third chapter, that is coordinate geometry, 33 periods and 10 marks. In comparison to previous year 40 periods, we reduce 7 periods. Now the fourth, the calculus is as usual no change, 30 periods, 7 marks, same as the previous years. The fifth chapter, the mathematical reasoning. In this year, the chapter has no weightage, means 0 mark. And this chapter is cancelled in comparison to previous year. This is not in this year. Then the sixth unit, the statistics and probability. In this chapter, 21 periods this year and mark is 10. We reduce from 30 to 21 and minus 9 period in this year. So due to the corona, we have teach only 160 periods. Mark is same, 80 marks, but we reduce 72 periods in comparison to last year 240 periods. So we have to teach only 168 periods. Now we discuss the syllabus, which chapter not included in this session in comparison to previous year session, and which chapter will be taught of NCERT book. The unit 1, the set and the function, and 23 marks in the annual examination. The first chapter is set. We have to finish within 14 periods, and these are not included in this year. Which are not included? The difference of sets, complement of sets, and properties of complement. These are not included. Then which section of this set theory is included the section 1.1 to 1.10.2 and 1.12, this much, and exercise 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 except these three questions, and 1.6. This much you have to read in this year. The second chapter, relation and function, we have to finish, that is within 15 periods. These are not included. Which are not included? Sum, difference, product and quotient of function. These are not included. And we have to read the following section: 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.4.1 except 2.4.2, and all exercise this much. In chapter 3, the trigonometrical function, we have to finish within 14 periods, and these are not included. What are the general solutions of trigonometrical equation? The type sin y equal to sin alpha, cos y equal to cos alpha, tan y equal to. So general solution trigonometrical equation is not included, and we have to read all except the section 3.5 and exercise 3.4. We have to read this much. Unit 2, Algebra, 30 marks will come in the annual examination. And this year the principle of mathematical induction is not included, so this is excluded. So there is no need to read in this year's. Next, first chapter of the algebra is complex number and quadratic equation. In this case, the square root of complex number is excluded. You have not to read this. Then we have to read all except the supplementary, which includes the square root of the complex number. You have to read all except this. Second chapter, the linear inequalities. You have to finish within 15 periods. Nothing is excluded, so you have to read all. The third chapter, the permutation and combination, 8 periods. Here we exclude the derivation and their connection. Derivation of the permutation formula and combination formula is excluded. Then we have to read all except the derivation of section 7.3.3. This much. We read all. And the binomial theorem part is not in this year. There is no need the binomial theorem. This is excluded. Sequence and series. We have to finish in 8 periods. These formula are excluded. Which formula? The summation of k, summation of k square, summation of k cube. These are excluded. That means we have to read all except section 9.4, 9.7 and exercise 9.4 and miscellaneous question number 24, 25, 26 excluded. We have to read all. Unit 3, coordinate geometry, 10 marks comes in the annual examination. So the straight lines you have to finish within 8 periods. What are excluded? Equation of family of all lines passes through the points of intersection of two lines. These are excluded. Then what you have to read? All of the straight lines. Excluded the section given in the, this section is not given in the NCERT, so you have to read all. Chapter 2, conic section. We have to finish within 15 periods. Here we excluded the degenerate case of conic section, the creation of point, a straight lines, a pair of intersecting lines. These are excluded. So we have to read all except section 11.2.2. Very simple things we excluded. Then chapter 3, the introduction to 3D. We have to read all. The unit 4, calculus, 7 marks will come in an annual examination. This is important chapters. This is mainly used in the math, physics also. So you read properly. So here nothing is excluded in the chapter limit and derivative. We have to devote 30 periods for this, and we have to read all which are given in schedule. Unit 5, Statistic and Probability. 10 marks will come in the annual examination. So the first chapter, Statistic, we have to finish within 11 periods. We read all except the analysis of frequency distribution with equal means but different variance. These are excluded, and we have to read all except these two sections, section 15.6 and exercise 15.3. In chapter probability, we have to finish within 10 periods. We have to exclude the axiomatic set theory of probability, connection with other theory of the earlier classes. These are excluded. We have to read all except section 16.4, question 1 of exercise 16.3. But we have to read section 16.4.1, 16.4.2, 16.4.3, 16.4.4. These are included. Only this much is not included. We have to read all. Mathematical reasoning is excluded for this year. This is not included. We have to read nothing. Now we discuss detail about the syllabus, what are in the 2020-21 and what are excluded from the previous year, the 2019 and 20. This is so in first unit, the set and functions. In this case, the first chapter is set. So all are here, excluded only this one, difference of sets and complement of the sets and properties of the complement. And we have to read all these things. Exclude this much. So set, the representation, empty set, finite set, infinite set, equal set, subset of set, real numbers, especially intervals with notation, power set, inverse set, Venn diagram, union and intersection of sets. Subscribe my channel. In chapter 2, relation and function, all are we have to read all these except the sum, difference and product quotient of the function. Everything we have to read here. You see detail, or you can find detail in the description box. Now chapter 3. In chapter 3, all are included except this much. Excluded only this much. The general solution of trigonometric equation of this form. These are excluded. In unit 2, algebra, the principle of mathematical induction is excluded already. In complex number, all are included. Only square root of complex number is excluded only, and everything is included. Now second chapter, the linear inequality. Linear inequalities, all are, nothing is excluded. All are you have to read. The third chapter, the permutation combination, only simple thing is excluded here, the derivation of these formulas and their connection between the permutation combination, and others are included here in this year. And the binomial theorem is already excluded. This is excluded. This one. Now in sequence and series, only these are excluded. Only this much. The summation of k square and k square, and everything are included here. Unit 3. The coordinate geometry. Everything are included in straight lines, which are excluded here. The equation of the family of lines passing through the intersection of two lines. This much is excluded and everything is included for this year. In conic section, only degenerate situation of a point of a straight lines, pair of straight lines are excluded. This much or everything is included. The red color are excluded and everything is included. Introduction 3D, nothing is excluded. Everything is present in this year. Similarly, in Unit 4, the calculus, nothing is excluded. Everything is present in this because it is important for physics, also mathematics. In statistics and probability, everything are included in statistics. You see here, everything are except analysis of the frequency distribution are excluded. Only these colors are excluded and everything are present in this. Similarly, in probability, we have to include everything. Only the axiom, set theory, these are excluded. You can get detail in the description box what are included in this year. The mathematical reasoning is excluded for this year, so nothing to read in this section. Subscribe my channel. Subscribe my channel. The main objectives of the teaching mathematics. The broad objective of teaching mathematics in senior school stage intend to help the students acquire the knowledge and critical understanding, particularly by the way of motivation, visualization of basic concept, term, principle, symbol, mastery of underlining process and skills. And is one of the most important thing is the free flow of reasoning while providing the result of solving problems. And to apply the knowledge and skill acquired to solve problems wherever possible by more than one methods. To develop the positive attitudes, to think, analyze and articulate logically, to develop the interest in the students by participating in related competition of mathematics, to acquire the students with different aspects of mathematics used in daily lives, to develop an interest in the students to study mathematics as a discipline, to develop the awareness of need of national integration, protection of environment, observance of the small family norms, removal of the social barrier, elimination of gender bias. These must be acquired when you are teaching mathematics. This is the what our constitution or nation demand. To develop the relevance and respect towards the great mathematician for their contribution to the field of mathematics, especially for Indians, or you may include the international mathematician. We have to respect all. Thank you watching my video. For detailed syllabus, kindly see the description box and subscribe my channel. Thank you.